Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
How are you today?
How are you, Thom?
I am very well. She's Laura. I am Thom.
This is Thom. How are you doing this morning?
Very hot, a little bit.
It's warm, right?
It's warm. I think yesterday we had rain.
Yeah.
So now we're on the vapors of the rain.
Yes, it's terrible. But here we are. Thank you so much for joining us. And this is Angelic World. This program, we talk about angels, archangels. We talk about their virtues and the way in which we can apply those virtues into our world. So basically is trying to make all this life fruitful, joyful, full of happiness. And today we have a beautiful, beautiful topic. The topic is Archangel Raphael. Raphael is a beautiful archangel. The light of his energy is green, and we can see, or we can, yes, we can see this, visualize this green if we close our eyes, if we ask, for example, for his help in case we are in need of happiness. Happiness is something that is going to help us to improve our health. Health is also one of the virtues of Archangel Raphael. And Raphael is this archangel that helps us in order for us to reach the goal of life, which is happiness.
Happiness indeed. Working with the Archangel Raphael brings us all together to the healing light. The color of this archangel is green, so you can picture this green light inside of you, healing all your body.
Yes.
And then you go to the woods and you find this amazing color. If you go to the deep woods, you will find green all over. So the feeling when you go into the nature inside the woods is completely refreshing. This is the kind of energy that we are talking about today. It is the energy of spirit of joy, happiness, and the healing breathing of life.
Exactly. And this light is can reach many other virtues. For example, we can talk about hope. Hope is one of the virtues of Archangel Raphael too. Hope is that is going to help us to wait. We need to wait. Sometimes we need to wait in order for us to relax and wait until things happen. When we wait, we are looking for something that is going to have a solution, or maybe something that is going to improve. But we have to be patient. Patience is another virtue that we can also include in this set of virtues. So we're talking about happiness and we're talking about hope. When we have hope is when we are waiting for something to result in a beautiful way. We want positive results. We want beautiful results. We want the best of the best in the results that we're looking for in our life. So when we are hoping for something to come out in a beautiful way, then we really have to use this virtue, which is hope.
That's correct. Also, joy. To be delightful in every activity, action, endeavor that you make, any challenge, try to be approaching with the courage, with the light, having the light, looking at this new venture as joyful will bring you steadiness, steady fast, one-pointed mind to realize your actions and endeavors.
Yes, imagine, for example, if we use hope as one of these tools that we can have, and we can say, okay, I'm going to have this hope of having this and that, no? But at the same time, using this virtue Thom is talking about, which is joy. So if we wait in a joyful way, the result is going to be better. We're going to feel better, and we're going to be sending this kind of message to the outside world, and the outside world is going to respond in the same level of energy. So that is why we need these virtues. Virtues are energy. So hope, joy, for example, are virtues of energy of light. That's why we need to focus, and we have to have the intention of using these virtues in order for us to work with the light of Archangel Raphael.
That is very nice. Also, this archangel in the ancient history was supposed to steer the waters of Bethesda, which were the healing pound that in the Judeo-Christian religions or philosophies were like a source of life force. This is very nice. So Archangel Raphael is always a healing energy for all of us. And then, as you remember previously, we in our basket of virtues, we can add to our healing process patience, tolerance, looking for the balance of happiness, delightful, joyfulness, playfulness. We can be playful with our environment, with our correlatives, with the loved ones that we enjoy to be with our children, with our family. Try to be humorous, delightful, and playful. This will add a spicy, nice, get along with all your relatives and then your co-workers and the work that you're working right now. You can look at it with humor. Adding the humor, sometimes we only focus on the stressful part of the work, but if we add the ridiculousness of our situation in the moment, then we can add some humor. It is very healthy to do that.
Yes, humor is part of the joy. No, we have to. It is very beautiful when we work with virtues, and that is this message of the archangels that we work with them. That's why we need them, and we have these tools of the virtues. So, for example, joy and humor, well, they can work together. No, we can work with those two. For example, today, that would be a beautiful way to see how we can deal with people and with our friends, with our family members, or with our coworkers, or with our partners. Then we can try to see how joy and humor works. It's better, no? For example, some minutes ago, one of our coworkers was saying that he was very mad and very angry. Okay, well, humor is this medicine that is going to help us to avoid that kind of energy or that kind of emotion. At the end, when we are angry, when we get angry, when we are upset, then all this energy, all these hormones, let's say, of this joy, then they will go down. They will be dragged out, and then we won't be able to use them and to be delighted by this kind of energy that we are looking for.
Yes, it's very nice. Also, Archangel Raphael was known in the times of the sailing ventures as the protector of the sailors. This is very nice. There are many stories that surround the sea environment, you know, in the old ancient stories about the going and traveling in the seas for the sailors. They rely on Archangel Raphael as the protector of the sailors.
Yes, and there are some boats, right? I have seen them that at the very front, there is this image of an angel, this face
with the wings.
With the wings.
Like that.
So that's Archangel Raphael.
That's Archangel
I didn't know that.
I didn't too. So a few days ago I found that. Why is he known as the protector of the sailors? Because he steered the waters of Bethesda. Bethesda is an ancient story. In the further future, I will try to research for that. It might be an interesting story. So Archangel Raphael steers the waters in order to heal, because the principle of water is life. is the source of life. So you can rely on this energy, on this reference of Archangel Raphael, to work your own inner healing process. It is not that I claim my belief in the healing energy of that archangel. I have the reference of him in order to work my own my own healing, my own process, and therefore I need to see what I need in order to heal my condition in this very moment. Probably I need to make some exercise. Probably I need to go walk a little bit and then try to expel the toxins out of my body by sweating. Probably a good swimming can reactivate my actions inside my body, my circulation. So think about all these aspects of life that you do in your everyday quote in order to promote your inner healing. Probably I need to put some more focus on my nutrition, or take some more water than usual, or take some herbal teas, or go to a homeopathic. Try to find inside of you what you need to support in order to heal whatever condition you may have right now.
So when we steer the energy, talking about this moment that you just mentioned, I just imagine it here, and we can steer, maybe if we are like creators of our future, as it is said that we are architects of our future, then we can steer the energy. What is it that we can do in our life to find a way to continue in a healed way? If we are healed, if we are okay with ourselves, then we can create. So by steering, let's say, these all these ideas, all these projects that we have, what is it that we can also add to this pot? Let's say, what is it that we can use? We need our imagination, of course, and we are creating a lot of things, or a project, or a moment with somebody, or something that we really need in our life. Maybe health, maybe wealth, and in this, maybe love. So what is it that we have? What are the things that we have? We put them here in our pot, and then we steer them as if we were preparing a soup, fixing a soup, and we can add these ingredients, what ingredients we need to come up with this delicious soup or delicious result, or a good result. So that is why we can use this as an analogy of steering the ideas, steering the creation, and we can come out with a lot of beautiful things or beautiful results.
Also, we can promote within ourselves the imagination of the picture or the icon of this archangel in order to heal any process that we might go through. Let's say, for example, healing has many aspects. It does not belong only to the body. It can be also a healing process in a labor, in a work team, at home, in a relationship, with our children, within myself. There are too many ways, too many branches that a healing process can take. So you can find inside yourself by reflection, and then considering, what do I need to do in order to heal myself on this particular situation at the present moment. And then you invoke this energy, picturing the icon of the archangel, and then ask, what do I need to do? What do I need to change in my life in order to make this healing process quicker? So this is an exercise that we call contemplation. Contemplation is reflecting on your present situation, and then by imagination we invoke the icon or the picture of this energy, and then you can imagine also green energy, green color inside of you. And then sometimes we need to make a space, quietness, in order to receive the proper messages of this energy. Probably you will feel an image that then you need to go to to purchase more cereal in order to have a better digestion. So how I then you will say, oh bingo, I need oats for the weekend, and then try to eat more oats in my cereal in order to provide the balancing of cholesterol, for example. Simple as that. And the more you rely on these exercises, the more you will try to connect, and then you will have experiences. This is very uplifting, and this should be delightful and joyful. If you feel this wellness inside of you, it is okay.
And for example, when what Thom is saying with these examples, we can also use another virtue here when we, for example, can practice confidence. Confidence is very important. Exactly what he's saying is, if we have confidence, then we can trust, we can put our desire, our longing, our wish, we can set it here in this pot or in this basket, as he's saying, and then we can work with that virtue. So confidence is so important. When we trust, we can trust in ourselves. We have confidence in ourselves. We have confidence in God. We have confidence in life. We have confidence in the future. So confidence is another virtue that we can use with hope, with joy, with this kind of stimulation that we need, let's say, to be up, to still create in our mind. I have the confidence of creating this and that in my life. So I have to work. How am I going to work? Well, with this and with this and with this. I need these ingredients. I need these situations. So I am going to work with them, and I'm going to have confidence. Why? Because I need good results. I have faith, or I have hope in getting this happiness in my life. And we can work with this in the different areas in our lives. For example, as we always talk about, work or home or love or health. These are very important aspects of our life. So we need to have and put inside these ingredients so that we can continue with positivism. So positivism is another virtue.
That is correct. That is very, very nice and very, very rightful. Remember that we need all the time review our basket of virtues, our portfolio. Working on our inner emotions is like investing. So I need to make a portfolio of the proper virtues that I like, that I feel confident about, that I feel reliable to, and then gather these every day in order to have a wide portfolio to work with. You can bring to your healing process joy, humor, happiness, laughter is a very nice exercise that we can do. Try to laugh all the time. Try to appeal to the intelligence. Having intelligence in your basket is very nice. So you can approach this intelligence in the healing process, going near to inspiring music, inspiring books, inspiring films, and then this will uplift whatever action you take in order to have a healing process. Always try to bring yourself high. So this is like enhancing your mindset in order to be focused on being well all the time, at all times.
Yes, so that we can heal, it is so important that we use also, as we are saying, positivism, optimism. Also, these two are virtues. I wouldn't think before that virtues were so wide. I mean, that we have such a huge list of virtues.
Yes, I promise it's a wide discovery. The more you work with the angelic light and the light working, you will find that virtues are wide, they are limitless, or let's say, I could say they are infinite. There are infinite ways to work with our feelings and our emotions, and this becomes very interesting because it is wide in the sense that you never find an end to it. The more you work with your basket, let's say again, stir the water of my basket, in order to find the correct and the proper virtues that I need to apply in my everyday life, it's limitless.
Yes, and why is it limitless? Because we have our imagination, and imagination is limitless too. So we are going to use our imagination to create. So these virtues that we have in this basket are the ones that are going to help us to create all this beautiful life that we are looking for. Of course, we have to heal first. Of course, we have to do a lot of work. That is why we have a life. That is why we have a lot of years to work in this lifetime. Why? Because we need time so that we can use the virtues and we can look for this fulfillment of all of them in our life.
You mentioned a very, very important matter in this talk. Time is very, very impressively valuable asset.
Yes.
Time is the thing that we need to strive for in our lifespan to manage, because time passes quickly.
Yes, very
time
fast.
goes like this,
Yes.
like the light, and then we need to have the time to work with our basket, steer the water of what we need to heal. And as we mentioned before, healing has many branches. What do you think in your life at this present moment you need to steer the water in, and then add in this basket the healing process? Are you going through a hard relationship? Are you going through a difficult time in your work? Are you dealing properly with this pandemic? Are you doing your own work? If not, it is the proper time to begin right now, raising your consciousness and then making one pointed thought in your things that you need to work.
Yes, the goal here is to take advantage of time. We waste our time. Most of the people are looking at their cell phones, are looking at their laptops. It's fine too, because sometimes there are things that are very funny, so we can laugh and we share, or these memes in the morning. Good morning, have a good day, have a nice weekend, have a beautiful life, etc. All those are perfect, and that's perfect. But when we waste a lot of time, then when we invest all this time in these gadgets, that is a problem. Why? Because we're letting minutes pass, and those minutes are not going to come back. And we need time, because our life is not endless. Our life has a limit, so we need the time to use it properly. So really let's try everybody to avoid wasting time. We urge you to use your time in the most beautiful and beneficial way for you and your surroundings. It's very nice that we use the time in the correct way. So we have to have a respect for time. Sometimes people just do not realize that every minute that passes is a minute that is already gone, and that minute is never going to come back. So that is why the present moment is so important. But we need to have this awareness, let's say, of the time in our life.
Yes, I will add to this basket that we are talking to you. Management. We can add management of time, and that also gives me another virtue to put in my basket of consciousness. We need to put awareness of the management of time that I need to do in order to heal myself and rise this person that I am to be in a higher vibration. And most of the times it is okay to have time for looking on my cell phone or something that distracts me from in order to break the routine. This is okay, but manage your time in order not to be engaged all the time in this thing, because probably you're running away from something very deeply in your subconscious that you are trying to avoid to face and confront. So be conscious, be aware of that. We need all the time to be concentrated in raising the inner healing and stirring the water inside of us all the time.
Yes, so if we want to heal, and that is this virtue of Archangel Raphael, which is this healing process that we all humans have to go through. In every step of our life, we need to have this healing process. So maybe you are in a healing process right now. Maybe you are not aware of that, but maybe you are. So what is it that we need also? We need peace. If we have peace, if we are in peace inside ourselves, then we would be able to see in this basket of virtues what virtue I can use to continue with this situation, or what virtue I can use to avoid a situation that is bothering me, that is not letting me be myself. So I can use all the different virtues, but starting with peace. I have to have peace inside myself. That's very important. To be creative.
Yes. Remember the creative process. And this is another aspect of working with the healing light of angels. Recognize in your body that we are working with energy at all times. This energy provokes actions, and these actions provoke feelings and emotions. We sometimes take action, and we stand passive. But we need to find the balance in order to steer the water. Remember the peculiarity of this Archangel Raphael. He steers the water in order to provide friction, movement, action. When you steer the situation that you're working right now, you are creating a vortex of energy. And then you're adding consciousness to solve the situation. Maybe it's a healing process within your body, maybe it's a healing process with your children, with your spouse. There are many ways of the healing process, but the most important is that every day we try to heal ourselves from whatever emotions that we are carrying, and they become heavy on us. It can be last day's discussion, it can be something that provoked me anger. We need to get rid of that quick and fast. And then we breathe in, we breathe out, and then we think, and we reason, this anger is not doing me well. I feel my stomach weird, I feel nausea, I don't need that. What do I do? Well, let's begin by taking hot tea. How about a hot tea? How about a hot peppermint tea, hot lemon tea? What do you like?
I like peppermint.
Yes. I like chai very much. Chai is very, very stirring, very nice, because it's particularly chai is a mix of spices that steer the water in your stomach. And finding this healing process within you is very inspiring. So we need to invite ourselves at all times to find resources. Sorry about my misleading words sometimes.
It's okay.
Try to find within yourself the connection with the resources that you need to express in order that you feel okay. Maybe you have the hot tea and maybe it's chai. Then what you need to add in your everyday? Good music. What music you like in order to feel inspired?
Yes, we can use or we can listen to classical music. No?
Yes.
If we want to be calm, or we can use to the music that we like.
Well, yes,
for example, because we like music like rock.
I love music. Sometimes music is very, very strong, very powerful, and then you feel like dancing. I like, for example, Depeche Mode, let's say. I like rock. I like soft ballads of rock. They are very inspiring. They steer my feelings. And then I have my chai, my rock music, and then what do I need next? Go walking. Walking with the right music and the nice chai tea is like ecstasy. So this is that you need to do every day in order to get rid of anger, of hard feelings, be willing to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others.
So rock is, or music, any kind of music can be a good tool.
Good tool.
So that we can use it to heal. Our producer Danny also says, or he's like making signs that he likes also music and that he likes chai too. So yes, we have this response of the audience.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens that if you like films, you can go and see a good film. Now that we have all these informational advantages from today's technology, we can access all these platforms and we can see really emotive, moving, feeling pictures. I love that. I mean, I love particularly epic movies. When you go in the time of the ancient times, in the past times, the 40s is very interesting. The 20s, the 30s. Somehow we can time travel through films, through movies, and sometimes we can engage with the emotion, the richness of the script, of the story, of the emotions of the characters, and then we make catharsis. Catharsis is when we identify ourselves with a specific character, and then we love this character. I love that character because she's brave, she's gorgeous, she speaks fluently.
Yes, and when we see that in a character, that something that we like about a character is because we are recognizing that quality, let's say. So it is a reflection, exactly. So if we recognize, or if you recognize something about somebody, that means that you are the same because you have it. That's why you are recognizing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it, to recognize this kind of characteristic or quality of a person. So it is so important that we see this because that happens in movies and also in the real world, of course. But it is very beautiful to connect with the feelings of the characters in movies. Yes, I love that. And we love watching movies.
Yes, I do this because we connect with the culture that we are surrounded by as a resource of healing myself. When I feel, a little bit low in vibration, immediately I hear music. Nowadays we have these cell phones, gadgets with headphones and all that. And then I immediately try to reach a talk, let's say a motivational talk, or a specific music. Or I remember a song from my days of as a teen, when I used to go to the amusement parks, and then you hear the speakers playing, this music from the 80s, which is very, very particular of your adolescent times, and then you feel like 16,
Yes.
And then you become a little bit nostalgic, but then again, change the nostalgia to empowerment, and
to
then happiness, to remembering the good times, the good days, the good memories. The memories are also a natural part of our healing process. We remember when we spend time with somebody and we have a plenty nurturous time with this person, with friends, with girlfriends, with parents. There are many resources inside of you that you can reach anytime you want in order to change the focus of a particular problem to a empowerment situation.
Yeah. So for example, when if we're talking about this, we can say that we can look for maybe these situations in the past, and we can take them to the present if they are, of course, situations that are giving us joy, or that we are joyful about something. Then we can remember those memories, and we can use them as tools to continue in our life. No. So we have talked about many things that we lived, no, when we were young. We met when we were young, and sometimes we remember music, or we remember groups, no, music groups,
Yes.
and that
As a
makes us
couple,
happy.
yeah, when you're married, you have both good memories, not nice, and
Yes.
the forgotten ones. But the good ones prevail, and this is
Yes.
something very nurturing. And this provides you with a feeling of love, of longing, longing to that person, longing to life, embracing life. My choice is take life, embrace life.
Yes.
Because this is part of the healing process. The more you engage with embracing life and then pampering life inside of you, the more joyful you will be. Whatever circumstances you're going through, it can be hard sometimes, yes, but then again, I have the power within me to nurture my own healing process because I appeal in my mindset to a higher emotions of love, of tolerance, of patience, of forgiveness, of generosity, of charity. I appeal to my basket of virtues every day, and I embrace it and caress it and stir it because virtues are very wide. We need to stir it in order to find new ones or get rid of those, and then stirring it in order to work this inside of you all the times.
Yes, we
This
can.
is-
Sorry.
Yes, sorry. This is the correct way, moving your own energy at all times, consciously being aware and making the proper attention to my emotions, my feelings, and then spreading all over.
Expansion is the way in which we can go to our memories, or in our present moment, what is it that we can use. So that's what we have to use, this quality of the expansion, no? I have to also investigate or read or listen to music or walk or be aware of my emotions or of my thoughts. So in this way we can be very expansive. We can use many tools, many moments, but don't forget to use all of them in the positive way. It has to be constructive, not destructive. So in this way, constructivism is this energy that is going to help us to continue healing within ourselves, and of course heal other things in our life. But first, the healing has to be here.
Yes, Laura mentioned a very good word, which is construction. In order to construct my healing process, I need to deconstruct my basket, okay? So do whatever you feel like going. Go to ride the bicycle, go walking, skateboarding, skiing, swimming, go to the mall, purchase, make your supermarket purchase uplifting venture, in order that you can add to every action that you make the good spicy flavor of it. This is what we work every day as a light worker.
Yes, if we go, for example, as an exercise, we can use this exercise that Thom is mentioning. We can go to buy something to the supermarket, to the market, and then before we enter this place, we can say, okay, I'm going to work right now. I'm going to be very supportive to others. No, if I find somebody who is not smiling or like that, well, I'm going to smile, no? So then you enter the supermarket, and then if you see that somebody's like that, you just kind of no, do it like this, and that will help. Maybe that will help him, but that will help you, of course. Why? Because you are spreading happiness, and it's so important that we spread happiness.
Exactly. Finally, you can make your supermarket purchase of peanut butter a complete ritual of happiness and delightful joy. This is the challenge and the exercise to make the everyday cozy for yourself. The most time that you spend enjoying what you do, whatever it is, try to find the humor, the laughter, the flavor in the action that you make consciously and enjoy it. This is the very, very core of the healing process.
Yes, but with this flavor, we have to say goodbye. We need to leave. The time flies, as we just mentioned. Time. That is why time is so important when we are here in this planet. So, well, time has just finished. Thank you very much for being here. Try to listen again to this conversation. Write down whatever you think that might help you in your life. Don't forget about virtues. Don't forget about this basket that must be full of virtues. Try to add more virtues every time and practice them, of course, in your life so that you can be healing within yourself and you can project a different energy to the rest of the world.
Exactly. Stir the water within you and then you will find happiness.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We love you.
Yes, and thank you so much also to our producer Danny, and also to Mundo Holístico, this platform that is helping us to be able to send you these messages. And also we say, well, happy birthday to our director here in Mundo Holístico, which is Gerardo Said. So happy birthday, Gerardo. May you have blessings and light in your path all the way.